48 hours. But what is your concern in that regard in terms of, obviously, publicity hasn't been good, maybe outside of Ohio, what kids are hearing about Ohio State, and how you and your staff kind of track that?
Well, we aren't worried about it. I think that's the most important thing. We've always sold Ohio State, and that's what we're trying to tell these kids day in and day out. It's about something so much bigger than what they read or what they see. We just need to get them here to make sure that they understand that. We still have all the faith and confidence in our coaching staff, our players that are here. We want to make sure that they understand that we've got a plan for the future. And that's what we've tried to express to them. To know that it's about something so much greater than just one situation, one player, or one coach. We've recruited like that for the last 10 years, and we truly believe that Ohio State will continue to attract the best student athletes around the country.
Have you noticed it's been a little tougher since the last 2 weeks, or do you want to change?
What we've stressed to those kids is we're looking for a few good men, and ones that can stand up and understand what Ohio State is all about. And that's what we stress to them. It's about something bigger than this situation. It's about something bigger than a coach. And that's what we're going to hammer home with them continually.
To the left here, front row.
Luke, Clay Hall, ABC 6, Fox 28. As I told you before, I think a lot of people are rooting for you, but the thing that folks ask me all the time, is Luke going to get a fair shot? I mean, you're taking the job under some duress here. How do you respond to that?
I would take the shot in any way that I possibly can. We all know here at Ohio State, all eyes are on you each and every year. That doesn't worry me one bit. We stress to our kids, that's the most important thing to me, is that our kids have faith and confidence, and they know who we are, and they know where we're headed, and that they understand that we've got a plan for the future.
To the right.
And Buckeye Sports again, to follow up on that, how will the interim tag affect things as you go forward? Will that impact decision making at all as you look at position battles and things like that? Or will you feel pressure to win now to say that you want to be the guy permanently?
Ohio State's expectations will not change. Whether there's a tag on the name or there's not a tag on their name or there's a long-term contract, it doesn't matter. Year in and year out, we understand. That's what I talked about in the beginning. We will embrace the expectations of being a Buckeye, and we know what that brings with it.
To the left here.
Luke, how damaged do you think this program is right now by what has gone on? And what have your emotions been through this? Have you been angry about the situation, frustrated? Is this part of life in big-time college football? How have you emotionally faced this?
I'm a Buckeye through and through. And yes, it hurts at times, but we all understand the situation. And the most important thing for us right now is that we focus on the things that which we can control. We focus on what we have and not what we've lost. So we're going to continue to move the program forward and make sure that we understand that we're going to focus on those things. But I'm not saying I'm not disappointed, I'm not upset. But again, we're moving forward.
To the right.
Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch. Jim Tressel had certain things he was known for with this program. What is the stamp you want to put on the program? Whether it was integrity with him, where do you stand on it?
Probably kind of said it in the beginning. All right, we're going to focus in 3 areas. It's going to be about respect, toughness, and being men of action. We're going to continue to focus on that daily. And we believe that's our success. That will lead us to the future.
To the left here.
Luke, Rusty Miller from AP. Back in March on the eve of spring practice when you were named interim coach and you were with Coach Tressel, you'd said at the time that his problems were small little storms. Do you now have a different appreciation for that? And
did you read that back? Was it small little, or did I just say a storm?
All little storms.
Hey, all storms we attack in the same manner, whether it's large or big. All right? If I said it, I'm not sure. But all I know this, just like every game, large or big to who believes that they are large or big, we will attack every storm as it's all the same. But again, we're looking at this as a way in which we can get better. I think that's the most important thing. That's what we're always going to turn everything to, is how can we take these situations and make this program better.
To the right there.
Yeah, Luke, Tim May, Columbus Dispatch again. Do you anticipate any other players being involved from a suspension standpoint or anything as this thing moves forward? You're already, Terrelle Pryor's left the program. You've got 4 guys who are going to miss at least the first 5 games. Do you anticipate losing anyone else for a period of time?
You know, those are hypothetical situations right now. We can't spend a whole lot of time worrying about hypothetical situations. Again, we're going to spend our time worrying about the things which we know, and as things arise, we will handle them abruptly, we will handle them aggressively, and we'll make sure we handle them thoroughly before anything else is done.
To the left over here.
Luke Dumpteberry, 10 TV Sports. Obviously, your head must be swimming a little bit. I mean, you've had a lot thrown in the last couple of weeks. What do you see right now as your biggest challenges?
Our biggest challenge is the kids. That's the most important. We know what's most important to us. We said it as a coaching staff. We got the kids together, and the one little time that we did, it's going to be about our families. When we say our families, I mean every kid on our team. That's what our lifeline is for this program. We understand the situations. We understand we're going to use this in a way that which we can get better, but we're focused on the kids, the coaches, our one mentality, our selflessness, and the ability in which we can put the best product on the field.
To the right.
Coach Brandon Castell with the Ozone. I was just going to ask you about Terrelle and the decision that he made. How much did you talk to Terrelle before he made that decision, and what kind of input maybe did you offer him in making the decision whether to stick around or to turn pro?
I have had no interaction with Terrelle Pryor as of Tuesday night of our team workout.
To the left here.
Coach Mark Schwab, 19 Action News from Cleveland. Normally, Ohio State, season starts, the goal is go win the Big Ten, go win a bowl game. You're kind of in an odd spot because you don't even know if they're going to let you do that yet. Just how do you handle that? What's the carrot you put in front of guys?
Again, it's a daily grind. We're going to embrace those situations. We're not going to worry about the hypotheticals. We're got a day-to-day basis right now, and that's all we're trying to stress to our kids. We will attack those situations as they arise. We believe we've got the leadership amongst the coaches as well as the seniors, that these guys are one unit, and I don't think they're worried about anything like that right now.
To the right.
Yeah, look back to recruiting. Do you feel things are kind of stacked against y'all right now as far as having to explain things, especially kids from out of state? I mean, just what's been your take on that aspect of it?
We've always tried to sell the program. Yes, there are speculations, and what I keep reminding them is they need to get here so that they can meet us and understand and have faith and belief in who we are, what we're about, and where we're headed. That's the most important thing for us. Is it a little bit more difficult at times? But that doesn't make us any different. That doesn't make it any different than any other year from people saying different things. We're going to be aggressive at what we do.
To the left here.
Luke, Steve Hellwagon from Bucknuts. The question I have for you is about Jim Heacock. He was your position coach your last year at Ohio State, then you guys have worked alongside one another, and now suddenly you're his boss. Just talk about that dynamic. And I'm sure he's going to laugh when I say that, but just how's that dynamic going to work out? Who's going to have the final say? Are you going to be involved as much in the defensive game planning, or how do you foresee that all turning out?
We've had enough change as it is right now. We know that we're going to try and keep the things that are in place as much the same as we possibly can. We know there's going to be changes, and there's going to be things that arise, and we're all going to have to step up our game and do some things that maybe we aren't as comfortable doing. But defensively, we're going to try and keep it as much as similar as possible. And as you've talked to us in the past, you know it's not about any one person. And we've done such an unbelievable job over the last 6-7 years at doing it together, whether it's us, Tabor Johnson, or Paul Haynes, all of us together. So I think we're just going to ask each other to step up their end of the bargain in every little thing that we do and try and have as little change as possible as we can for these kids.
Back right.
Luke, Mike Miller at TV 44 in Lima. You were recruited by and played for John Cooper. Have you spoken to Coach Cooper at all and maybe gotten some attitudes, some feedback from him at all on this?
Definitely. I've reached out to Coach Cooper, but only on a brief little time so far. It's been a little bit of a whirlwind, and but that's going to be someone, as soon as this slows down just a hair bit, that I can truly sit down with, go to breakfast, sit in the office, and go through a lot of different things. But I've definitely reached out, and he's reached out to me, talked to him briefly. He's expressed his support in any way that he possibly can, and I really look forward to sitting and talking with him more.